even matters.
Adventurers and well met. Thank you all for joining us for another lovely, lovely session of Hand of God, a session of 52. Can you believe it? As we are getting set, going out our inspiration and potions, freebies. Let's give us a little recap what happened recently within the Underdark.
We were able to defeat the being that was binding the Azers to its service, for which we were thanked. Brock got a cool new axe. And we also, most importantly, got one of the discs that we are after. We all leveled up, and now we have to decide to go for the next disc. We have a general idea of where they are on the Underworld Overworld map. And I believe we were talking about heading for the silver disc first, with the gold disc likely being the most dangerous to go after.
Alrighty. Sounds good to me. So, with that, as I said, you have leveled up. Make sure your character sheets are all set. I think everybody's good to go, but double check, just make sure. Uh, with the bronze disc now claimed, the southeastern section of your map, the sort of general highlands area, is now been pretty well searched. There is still plenty more to discover. It is the Underdark, after all, massive, almost never-ending expanse. But from the general areas you've explored, you know of the sort of prominent sites and locations. You found Moonmold Village. You've obviously found campsite. You found Light in the Dark Inn, as well as locations with traps that you have discovered have not been sprung yet. You know that the silver disc, this coin, is located to the northeast of you. You have a few spots of interest, but you know that the disc is sort of condensed in an alcove, trapped by huge mountainous, undergrounds or mountainous regions, caverns that sort of create this jutting expanse in what is colloquially called the Hanging Gardens. They look something like this. If I could find a picture here. Hanging Spires, my apologies. This place is dangerous, to say the least. There are a lot more craggy outcries, places, changes in elevations, spires, small bridges, many waterfalls. The changes in altitude and pressure is actually quite severe, even just being underground. There are also settlements, places of potential importance, but you've learned that recently it's been more dangerous. Not nearly as dangerous as the true northern section, the borderlands to the sort of drow cities. But the Hanging Spires is pretty much right up next on their list. The western sections of this section of the Underdark, the Darklands, as what we like to call them, the places of the Twilight Ocean, still are quite untamed, untapped. There are many resources there, but it is a sort of no man's zone. With your group and deciding amongst yourselves, and with a little bit of insight from 13, who you notice has more powers, more strength, a bit more sure of herself than she was before. She points to the map and says, well, if we're all in agreement, uh, yes, here, taps to the northeast with her leathered gauntlets. The Hanging Spires and the silver disc. That should be, I guess, Morden's domain. Initial god of creation of my kind, and she looks over towards Brock. Yours, of course. So, she looks around to the rest of you, looks at Wood, for example, and looks at Voda. Are we in agreement?
Yeah. Yes. Voda is nodding his head.
Fantastic. Well, I believe, and she looks over at Wood. It's your time to lead. That was the order, after all.
Alrighty, onward and upward. And now, I would like to lead us to more discussions about everyone's personal lives. Robin. What do I roll? A 1d6?
Perfect. No, not yet. So I would like you. Let me double check here. Yes, I do want you to roll me a d6. That is the first thing we're going to do. Alrighty. And with a 6, you're lucky. Nothing really major happens. You're able to take a long rest during your travels, and of course, you all need to consume a day's worth of rations. Please move the token 1 hex wherever you'd like.
we are this tan.
Yeah, so you're this guy. You should be able to just to move it around.
Oh,
See
okay.
that?
I thought we were.
Perfect.
Okay, I thought we were this.
We
one.
are. This is us. I marked this as like a little waxy, a little marker that the place has been cleared.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. And we want to. Okay, we can't go north, so we're gonna. Let's scooch this way.
Okay, that sounds like a plan to me.
And would you say that when you're trying to pry personal information from Robin, you spend at least an hour talking?
Yes, Yes. And then I'll
Interesting.
like. Yes. So I'll be like, well, okay. So I've got the grandma named Anna. She's a healer as well. And what about your grandma?
I don't
What
know
about
my
your?
grandma.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we already have a little bit of information about Oster's grandma, right? And I just was wondering, what about one could say I'm a little distracted while leading. Perhaps I've had a little huff of the catnip.
I don't even know if I have a grandma.
What does that mean? Are you descended from the gods or something?
No, I had parents at one point, allegedly.
And when they have parents at one point, allegedly as well?
And I don't know, if you could find them and ask them, then
I'll put that on my list of things to do. But in the meantime, how long have you been on your own?
the... This is David thinking through the character backstory.
What's your favorite color, Robin?
Okay, that I straight up never added to the backstory.
Then you're not a whole fleshed out character. I am completely joking and essentially just pulling your chain. I want to be very clear. I love you
That's
very
fine.
much. Okay.
Let's see, I was a bit vague about the timelines when I made my backstory, but I'd say he's been on his own for 15 or 20 years.
Wow. And how old are you? What percentage of your life is this? 15 or
He's
20
in his
years?
mid-40s.
Wow.
Though do keep in mind he's a halfling, which I believe has a longer than human
You know,
lifespan.
wow, so you went out pretty young. I also went away when I was pretty young too. I'd say when I was about a teenager. What else? Who else here wants to talk about their grandmas? Voda, I bet your grandma.
My clan does not subscribe to this notion of familial bonds. We actually just raise our young in a communal sense.
Oh my goodness. Did you have like a favorite guardian of some sort? Like one who showed like a little, maybe made a little extra treats for you? Or was it all pretty equally distributed?
It was fairly equally distributed.
Wow.
Although, truth to be told, I did get hit on my head and I don't remember much of it.
Oh no! Could have asked the cool crow guy to heal some of your amnesia. Maybe he would have been more helpful than with my mother's.
As you say that, moving through, getting closer towards the hanging spires, the air shifts a little bit. You notice that you're sort of entering this new biome, or at least the edges of it. As you look down the paths, trying to find the correct passage forward and getting ready to have your, rest. Luckily, there's pretty much nothing of danger in the area immediately. There are plenty of wildlife, but everything's been giving you a wide berth. You notice that along the passage, following some of these rocky formations, a few loose chunks of rocks kind of fall out of this chunk of hanging spire, probably, or these like tall sort of like stalagmites poking out of the ground like teeth. You bump into it gently, Wood, and as you do, a little chunk falls to the ground. Once it does, you notice that it's not just a chunk of dirt or piece of stone, but it's actually made of wood. Not underdark wood, a chunk of wood that you might find on the surface.
Is this birch? Pine? This is definitely not underpine. I'm going to sniff at it.
You look at it and sniff the dark wood. Excuse the DM. What is an example of old, sort of darkish colored wood you might find? I'm just a dumb old city slicker.
Walnut's a nice dark wood and very
Walnut it
used
is.
in furniture and whatnot for its lovely colors.
Perfect. Perfect. Walnut it is. You find a carving that's actually made of a walnut tree, and you see that it is a tiny skull, elongated. It's roughly like yay so. And this little skull, for a brief moment, looks to be so well carved that it looked like a small animal skull, but looking at it more, it's the carving of. So it's actually like a carving. It's not, an actual skull. And it's the carving of like a miniaturized humanoid head. Best example would be like the idea of like a shrunken head. You've seen those in movies and media. But carved down, and it has elven-like features.
So it's not like the skull of Baal. Or that symbol associated with him?
No, sadly no. This one looks elven, for sure.
What is
And
this?
And it's only about like this big, so it's maybe an inch and a half or so across. So it's like a little thing.
May I see or try to think if there is any religion that might have an affinity towards this practice?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna sniff it and then start going through my holy pamphlets. Oh, 16.
You're not 100% sure, but you do believe it is definitely of a sort of elven pantheon.
Can I check
Sure.
as an
go ahead.
elf? Is there any text?
I will
guess,
give you
to start
advantage.
with?
There's no text. It's just
Okay.
a carving of basically a skull.
Religion, you said?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm not great at that, but I am an elf, so I do not have advantage. Sorry.
No, you did have an advantage.
Oh, he did say that? Okay, sorry. I didn't intentionally turn the advantage on. It was just still left on from last time.
Unfortunately, a 5 is a wild success.
Heck yeah!
I mean, there's a lot out there. You're not quite sure what this is. Would you do sense that there is a sort of hostility, a sense of almost like anger, bestial coming from this?
It's just popped out of a stalagmite.
It
fell from the
was.
sky.
Yeah, so you bumped into it while we were chatting with Voda, and as your shoulder brushed into it, it was not even like a chunk of rock. It felt like you bumped a few pieces of stone, but it was a small like shrine or like a small carving or awning carved into this large stalagmite. And as you bumped into it, this like tiny little head just popped out of this little shrine. The shrine itself just crumbled away, but that was the only thing that survived the shoulder bump.
And I was gonna say put it back, but if the shrine's gone.
I think this thing is definitely cursed. But do you think this curse is plot relevant? Should one of us take hold of it?
Usually, the best thing to do with a cursed object is nothing, in my opinion.
You don't want to try and diffuse it. You don't want to try and like uncover its mysteries, Oster.
You should replace one of Oster's eyes with it.
Yeah, I bet that would make your grandma so proud.
I do not think it would, in fact. I can try using a little bit of my magic to determine the nature of its magic and see what... All right, I cast Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my
You
once daily free use.
detect with magic. All right, sorry, gonna open up the other fucking browser. I am quickly trying to look up some gods here. So give me 1 second.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It kept like blocking it. It kept thinking that the page I was looking at was bad, or I don't know. It's annoying. Yeah. So while I am trying to do this, okay. Whole fucking thing is being goofy. Yeah. So I'll worry about the specifics, but you look at it and you do sense there is a form of divinity, divine magic coming from it. Specifically, you can sense by using what was it? What was the specific spell you cast?
Detect Magic.
Detect magic. Yeah, you detected.
Right.
Checking. Stay in order, there's no more.
Post the exact description. I think it gives me like the not class, the school of magic.
Yeah.
And if there's any other magic objects around.
Sure. You sense that there are some other magic objects probably buried within the stalactites, actually maybe a little bit more hollow than you assumed. But the actual object itself, you sense divination.
Divination is mostly telling the future, learning about things in distant places, information based, right?
Yes, but you could also use divination as a form of looking beyond oneself, seeing into other locations.
Mm-hmm.
There's magics in divination that can basically use to spy on people.
Mm-hmm. Does it in any way remind me of the what is it? The white eye, that thing we keep seeing.
Yeah.
All these references to.
No. This looks completely foreign to what you've been seeing. This looks to be something like ancient elven kind of things. Something that seems very out of place in the Underdark.
Like the sort of thing that would tip the city of dark elves off that we're here and send a hunting party after us?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
It is a very good question.
I turn to the group and say, it seems to be for spying. So definitely shouldn't bring it with us, because we don't know who it would be that would be spying on us. And should probably move away from here quickly at first, and then stealthily after a short distance to ensure getting away, if you will. I cast it's a skull. It's sort of looking outward. Can I cast a minor illusion of just like a box in front of it, so that it doesn't like have line of sight to much of anything? Did I cut out?
You're muted, Joseph.
No, I
Gregory.
think Joe is muted.
I am muted. I had to sneeze. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. God, I don't know what. Sorry, this thing that Beck installed to help block ads and whatnot also is not liking me look up the D&D wiki for whatever fucking reason. But yes, so you create an illusion, and you put that, or casting this sort of illusory space over the alcove, or where were you casting?
Just sort of in front of the eye, the skull, because it can take
Sure.
up to 1 5-foot cube.
So yeah, this thing, unless someone picked it up, it's just on the ground now.
So then just wherever it's looking, box in front of it, minor
Sure.
illusion.
What, did you pick it up? Are you holding it still? Or?
Nope.
Okay.
I just sniffed it from the ground.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Casting minor illusion. Can you roll me? Oh, sorry, D100.
D100.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Cast it, and it seems to work. Don't sense anything else.
Okay, I turn to the group and say, let's move. Let's move. Don't want to still be here when they come to check out what's going on, and that only will last until we're 30 feet away. So we might want to move not in front of it, if you get what I mean. Yeah? And I start moving to be to the side or such that I'm not in front of it when the when the illusion disappears soon.
Sounds good to me. Alrighty. So, go ahead.
I'm saying swift as a river, and all my monk wisdom. All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
Stealth is my middle name. No
Stealth's my
wood,
middle
not
name.
literally.
Did everybody mark off a ration for that day's worth of travel? Perfect.
I did.
All right, second day. Up next, we have Voda. Same deal. Roll me a d6, choose your direction, and then we'll go from there.
One's good, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, move to the hex you would like to go to.
As a reminder, this is all water, blue.
Correct. That is all water. These gray ones are basically huge chunks of rock, either reaching the cavern ceilings or just tall enough that you can't just get around. You'd have to skirt around the long way.
Find a way to cross the water here. No, we're gonna...
Good.
It's not worth the risk.
Alrighty. Can you please roll me a d20? With an 18. Fantastic. So, as you're traveling along, you find a fork where one passage would lead you closer to the lake. Whether you find passage or whatever, you're not quite sure, you decide to head eastwards. And as you travel eastwards through the hanging spires, you find that there are more and more sort of treacherous paths. But by happenstance, and also where you're positioned, avoiding this, you're kind of following this main passway here, you find a merchant road. Similar to what you discovered before, this section is crossing a few sort of like hanging bridges along these spires. Hundreds of feet below, you see rushing water. It's quite dark, but minus these beautiful sort of like ever burning flames sort of hanging in the air, long chains attached to the ceiling of outcry of rocks. These hanging chains sort of guide you along these bridges, until you eventually find that there are a few travelers coming and going. It's mostly either nomadic pilgrims, people hunter and gathering, people migrating away from the eastern sort of villages to kind of head further south or southwest. You do manage to find a small caravan of, it looks to be a few heavily armed hobgoblins and bugbears, about a half dozen or so. Two bugbears walk in front of you, kind of wielding huge sort of warning stars slung over their shoulders. And trotting behind them are a few carts, all being pulled by these large oxen-like creatures. Deep growth that you see for these guys are about 1.5 times the size of an average ox on the surface. As they're pulling these carts, you hear a little jingle jangle, a little clanking of bells, until waddling up in front of you, you don't even notice at first as these two large bugbears kind of stand and look, eyeing you up and down, Voda. You feel a little tap on your knee. And then another little tap.
I look down to see what's
You
happening.
look down. You see a pretty small kobold clad in traveling leather, their hood over their head. They're smacking you with a cane. They look you up and down. And they say, "Oi! Hey! What do you do? Hey!
Oh, what?
What? You buying or selling? Wake up!" They smack you again. Stop
Niall,
daydreaming. Wake up.
we're just walking through here. And you start smacking me.
Oh. And then he looks up at the bugbears that are towering over this quite small kobold, is maybe 2 feet in height. Looks you up. My apologies. The name's Sniv. Pleasure to meet you. And then he snaps his fingers at the nearest bugbear. Upsies. And he goes, bends over, sheathes their weapon, and picks him up as it's like standing on their arms and lifts him up, so now he's eye level with you. As I said, the name's Sniv. Would you like some perusing of my wares? And then goes and shows to the about 3 or 4 carts carried or being hauled by these deep roads. Again, behind them, you see a few more bugbears and hobgoblins just kind of tapping their feet, looking almost annoyed. I'm paying you by the hour, don't you? But you, and it kind of points and past you, and looks at you up and down again, Voda. You seem like the adventuring type. Come on. Can I interest you in some goods, weapons, supplies, even food if you're running low? Please take a look at my shop.
I'll take a look at what you. I'll take a look at what you have, but then Voda turns out his pockets, and there's actually nothing in them whatsoever. I personally have 0 monies. However, my traveling companions may be interested.
Oh, I changed the tunes here, because we're not in spooky land. We're in that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it over to you guys because I actually have 0 money. Zeros across the board.
Wood will gesture towards Voda. Like, in puppies, please. So then I can be eye to eye with Sniv.
I will pick up wood, I suppose.
Okay, so we can be on the same level as Civ right now.
Yep.
I would like to see your wares.
Let's call it. Sure. Here. Let's take a look.
Some of these are pretty good.
Yeah, so
Hold on, is that a
you
gun?
have yeah.
I'd like
Flintlock's
to buy-
weapons are officially a part of this. Yes, they're just quite rare to find. A gun,
I'd like to buy
yes.
4 days worth of rations.
Sure.
And it's 5 silver, so it's 10 silver to a gold.
Yeah, so it is 10 silver to a gold. That is correct.
So I'm gonna spend 2 gold and 4 rations.
So let me share some of the more unique things. So, Sniv, the traveling merchant of mystical goods and trinkets, nice little find that you have option to buy some good loot. Potions are as listed. It's pretty self-explanatory, except maybe potion of gaseous form or anything like that. Let me know if you have any questions. Armor is, again, pretty straightforward, probably most so. But in terms of, like, what the moon-touched rapier, the masterwork flail of rending, anything like that, let me know. I do have handouts for, I think, pretty much everything, except the masterwork flail, which is in my shop, the Neverwinter store. The first one in Fire and Steel. Beyond that, for clothing, trinkets, and more section, we have a necklace of adaptation, slippers of spider climbing, wand of magic detection, circlet of blasting, which has been upgraded, brooch of shielding, and a staff of healing. Let me know what you're thinking.
Robin has about 600 gold if we're pooling for anything.
I've got about 500, I think.
Wood has about 1,700.
The party as a
I'm
whole.
carrying all of my gold.
The party as a whole has 9,000. I will not. I would not mention that in the range of Sniv.
Yeah, that's fine. Suddenly jacks up all of his prices. What can you tell me about this necklace of adaptation?
Oh, yeah. Handy little thing. Here, he goes, grabs it from the cart. It's pretty simple, actually. All you gotta do is just slip this around your neck like so. Nice thing about it being magic, it can kind of fit pretty much any neck, unless you're like an ogre or something. But you don't look like you got that fat of a neck. You just slip it around your neck. And what it does, it helps you with stinky gases or strange vapors or anything that's, kind of the air. Helps you breathe. Also, it's really good if you're fighting against, like, creatures that might spew noxious gases. You can even fight against dragon kind, supposedly.
This might actually be a good idea for... Considering the last place was all fire, I have a sneaking suspicion the next few places we're going to visit are going to be themed around the elements, either the
At least
old
one of them.
classics, the fire, earth, air, and water, and I could see air ones or water ones, this being useful, or against the common weaponized elements, elemental attacks. Poisonous fumes would be common. There's also all the poisonous spores down here that might help with. I do feel like we are in a situation where that might come in more handy than most of the rest of the world.
Let's see.
Yeah, those are obviously all the things I was thinking of. It starts going, give me a moment, and then jumps into the nearby cart and starts digging through a bunch of crates. Things go flying over the place. Oh, a few more good things. I got these bad boys. Claps a few slippers together, knocks them together. These bad boys can help you from, climbing walls. It'll drive your spouse is crazy. Am I right?
Do you have a spouse?
No, but that's none of your business.
So you're single, I'm hearing.
Uh,
I've got a cousin who I think you'd really like.
Maybe we can, even though they're wearing this hood over their face and their face is completely obscured, you can almost tell there's little blushing coming through their little underdark mask.
How about this?
In a moment.
In exchange for me giving you my cousin's pigeon number, I can, or you can tell me where a Temple of Lolth might be on this map.
Sure, that's pretty easy. There's a couple. There's a small temple that's upkept. It's probably the most friendliest one over in Haventown. Goes and taps right where Haventown's at. There's a few others. I know there's a few. I don't know if they would be as friendly. Here, he goes and taps here on the map. There's a small one there. And I know that there's a few others closer around here. And he taps in the general area, not really in a specific hex, but somewhere around here towards the gold area. But yeah, that's all I know. Also, keep in mind that whatever shop you're using, it has to be the Neverwinter one. The old one I do not use, and that is no longer our shop. So if that's what you're shopping, please don't use that. This is everything moving forward. This is what I actually update and keep track.
Are all these here on the Neverwinter Market?
No.
Okay.
Also, the prices are different because this is Sniv's shop, and he did make things a little bit more expensive.
He is providing in a treacherous area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, convenience fee.
Mm-hmm.
I take a look at the +2 moon-touched rapier.
Oh, this one's got an eye for quality. Yeah, here. He goes and sort of, this bad boy can stab through pretty much anything. Also, it glows. So, it is a +2 rapier. Does not require attunement, which is nice. It twinkles starlight and deals an additional 1d6 radiant per hit. In darkness, when you unsheath the blade from its sheath, it sheds moonlight, creating bright light of 15-foot radius and dim light for additional 15 feet.
I want it. Brock, can I get it?
Yeah, which is that?
$750.
Yeah, 750, yeah.
Alrighty. Sold.
I might do the necklace of adaptation. Nobody else went for it, right?
I
Sounds
just have to
correct.
see it, but you can have it.
What was that?
I just asked for more information about it, but you can definitely,
Oh, okay.
you can definitely have it.
I think that seems like a good idea to me, and I have a attunement slot open, and I have enough money for it out of my personal, so I will charge myself 450 for that.
Alrighty. Nice thing about Necklace of Adaptation, does not require attunement slot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it just, the only thing with, so moving forward, just in general, Winder is something that looks like, for example, it could fit on your cloak, or it's like robes. You can only have one of that item on. So if you have a necklace of adaptation, and then there's another necklace or something, another magical thing like a amulet of health, those two would interfere. Even though one only takes attunement, one doesn't. Just for balance wise, in a little upkeep, it's one or the other. For rings, you could have a total of two. Just picture one on each hand, and then everything else, best judgment. Okay, so that is 450 for the Necklace of Adaptation. It is now striked through. Right. Well, fantastic. Thank you. I got a few other things as well beyond the slippers. Here, goes digging through the packs and points to a wand. Here, this bad boy will let you see things.
Any things.
Much things. Again, another item that does not require attunement. One has 3 charges. When holding it, you can expend 1 charge to use an action to cast Detect Magic or the Identify spell from it. It regains a 1d3 expenditures per long rest. Helps you figure things out or, clear up the old brain fog. I also got this. It digs through. Here, you put it on your head and you burn stuff. It's pretty straightforward. The circlet of blasting. This one also was buffed pretty well, because the original is kind of not great. Here it is. No attunement as well, but does use your headpiece, I guess you could say. So while wearing this circlet, use an action to cast Scorching Ray spell with it, just the original one. When you make a spell attack with it, you do so with +6, so it's built into the item. Circlet uses a PB times per long rest, so since you're level 9, that is 4 times per long rest. You can cast that for free. And we still have a few more. Go ahead.
I'm interested in that if no one else is drawn to it.
Go for it.
8A. Brock, please, pay the man.
How much?
600.
Okay.
600 is fantastic. Finally getting you to use your money. Circlet of blasting. You are becoming my best customers. So, how about this? Here goes digging in the bag. Another little doohickey, a little piece of jewelry. Adventurers do love the shiny bits. Here. Where is this? Go. Here. This little brooch. Did a little tweaking. I actually bought it off an adventurer who said they got it from some other guy. Something with an A in their name, I can't remember. But yeah, so cool thing about this, he kind of taps it, protects you from wizards and shit. So this version does not require attunement as well. Since it's a brooch, that's a good question. We can debate on where it would require on sort of body attunement and all that jazz. Big thing is that you gain resistance to force damage, and you have immunity from the magic missile spell. Someone can cast 9th level magic missile, and it will just like nothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give him one of those.
I mean, we are on a certain wizard shit list. I'm on a certain wizard shit list. Maybe he forgot that I tried to impersonate his mom at one time.
Oh, is the warden a wizard, or was just Kashik a wizard, or Kashik?
My God, that was
Red guy.
so long ago.
I know.
Yes, I'd forgotten you'd done
know
that.
I don't know that we ever confirmed what the warden is, just that his mother was human.
Yep. You don't know anything about him, really.
We know what his mom doesn't look like.
That is correct. I've narrowed it down.
I think this would be a good thing to have. And possibly maybe one of the spellcasters should have it. As magic missile, like a good way for enemies to get at them.
I guess I don't really need the sewers of bagpipes. Do you do any trade-ins?
It depends. Sure. What do you got?
Well, okay, so I want to trade in a book for a different book, if you've got any of those, because I've only got this copy of 2nd edition of Tiny Green Bitches from Your Dreams, and it was a good read. But I also, pertaining to some type of partial trade-in. I have these bagpipes of the sewers, which can bring in some snacks whenever you want.
Snacks.
Yeah.
Rats. They mean rats.
Rats are snacks, Robin.
Persuasion check.
Look at me in my fuzzy
Snacks.
eyes. Persuasion.
I feel like your eyes are the one part of you that aren't fuzzy.
I can't really tell. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't. But I'm sure maybe someone else who would eat rats. How about this? That's not a no, but I'll buy it off you, or cut it down a price on something. Were you interested in an item? That'd be more beneficial than me just buying it outright.
The brooch of shielding would be quite lovely, please.
Okay. How about this? If you throw in that those weird bagpipes, and they still work, right? Magic and everything.
Yes. Do you want me to demonstrate for you?
Just grabs their ears, and the bugbear almost drops him. That's holding onto it because he reaches for his ears. No,
oh,
you
right, yeah, I'm still being
holds on his chest.
I'm still being held by Voda, but then there's a couple swords.
Please make me a Constitution saving throw. The bagpipes right in your face.
For Voda, or
yeah, just for shits and giggles. Because whoever was
Okay.
holding you. Was it Voda? Someone was. Okay. 9
believe
points
Voda
of
died.
thunder damage.
God. My token's not even on the screen.
hey, this is what it can do.
In your ears. Wait. They kind of grab at their ears, but it got covered by this protective mask as well as a hood. Okay, I guess that works. How about this? Since you proved that it works, I'll add it to the price. Calculate the 3, and how does 600 sound?
600 sounds wonderful.
That's a deal.
I will take it out of my own personal income. No need to.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, beyond the armors and other weapons I've got here, I do have this. This might be useful to especially adventurers, or maybe a healer, or church. Adventurers, since you're standing right in front of me. How about this? Goes, digs, and finds there's a somewhat simple-looking staff, but is made of a sort of soft wood. The wood looks actually carved with care. Here. Normally I deal with things that can cut, maim, and kill folks, but this one I think will do the opposite. Take a look. Shows you the Staff of Healing. So, this does require attunement, and you have to be able to at least cast a spell. Be considered a spellcaster. It has 10 charges. When holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of the charges. Cast one of the following spells, blah, 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 using your spell save DC as the casting modifier. Cure Wounds, 1 charge. This can be upcharged all the way to 4th level. Lesser Restoration, Greater Restoration, and Mass Cure Wounds. Regains 1d6 plus 4 charges per long rest. If you ever use the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff vanishes in a flash of light, lost forever. So, it can be helpful down here. There are many things that want to cut you up, or bush you up, or chop you up, or just eat you up in general.
So this would be usable by either Oster or Wood.
Is that it? Oh, right, because it requires to be a spellcaster.
Yeah, anybody
There
can
isn't-
cast spells.
Does Brock count with his bonus action
Uh,
the fire spell that he can do?
Doesn't fit my vibe anyways, so
yeah, I don't know because that's like a divine gift thing. I'm gonna say like you have to have like when you build your character, you have the ability to cast a spell.
I mean, having more free charges would be pretty good for Wood. But have you been running out of spell slots?
Oh yes,
If not, then I would be the only one who it's like useful to have carrying it.
Oh, you guys have been draining my magics left and right. But does this come in purple, like the color of Rumi's hair? Are you familiar?
No, but I could
Hmm.
throw in a few purple tassels, maybe some purple parchment, wrap it around there, and boom, it's purple now.
Oster just
I-
custom education at purple, or is that not permanent?
Yeah, if you use magic,
It is not
whatever.
permanent, but I can keep doing it every now and again. I think how long do they last?
Probably like an hour.
Up to 1 hour.
That would be excellent, because I just want to feel like a K-pop demon hunter whenever I heal you guys. Okay. How much does it cost?
It
It was
is.
1250.
$12.50.
Yeah, this is definitely a good item. $12.50.
I need to talk to our accountant. Brock.
done.
Thank you.
I've had
throws gold
I-
at him. Ah,
I have a pair of like accountant style glasses, and I pulled out of my my bag a small little chair and a little table, and I have one of the old like mechanical
Right.
calculators with a fucking spool of
Green visor.
paper, and I'm typing away.
Yeah, I didn't that like from the 90s or 80s.
Yeah.
Pull the lever. Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, ain't that handy? Underdark's full of strange and wondrous things sometimes. Even accounting can be done down here.
Speaking of strange and wondrous things, do you have any romance novels?
Roll me a D100.
Rolling a D100. Oh, 1 second. Roll 20 is not happy. Okay. Rolling a 1D100.
Also,
72.
Yes.
People get very
I
lonely.
have a couple books. Someone sold a bunch of things. They were in desperate need of food and medicine, and well, I kind of felt bad, so I said, "Hey, whatever you got." Yeah, it digs through this old sort of almost like a rubbish bin, and yeah, there's a couple books. There's a book on again accounting, surprisingly. There's a book on mushrooms, specifically those not found in the Underdark. There's a book like other sort of random things. But there's one that is a love story, surprisingly. It's about star-crossed lovers. Someone who was a part of a merchant navy associated, oh my goodness, associated with Baldur's Gate, that is a sailor that fell in love with a elven priestess, a part of the Elven Isles to the west, and you know,
Say
their
less!
story.
No spoilers! Okay, yes, I will take
That's just
that.
what's
and
on the
I'll
back.
Give, I'll
And
give
then
you a
let you-
copy of... does have an auto add option. Yes, I would love for you to have an auto add option. Please, Dr. Professor Connor, deal with my character sheet as you will.
Do you have
and
access?
no.
no.
Okay, give me one. Let me give you access to the sheet.
Now, we just got a bunch of cool stuff, and I hate to be boring, but can everyone double check that they have enough food?
Oh yeah, you might need that.
We've got like 8 rations.
Can't use the cool items if we've
Alright.
starved to death.
Yes, it does have an auto add, the Staff of Healing.
Oh, it does? Oh.
So yeah,
Came up
staff of
with-
healing is a normal item from the list. You just need to change the verbiage because I don't do at dawn. I just do long rest systems. It's easier to manage.
Right, makes sense.
Okay, yeah. 26 rations left in stock. Thanks to the fella buying a couple.
Have we already used one for the second movement?
No, not yet.
No. Correct. That's usually the last thing we do.
Okay, so I'm currently one short of my maximum carry capacity.
Yeah. It is your strength value of how many you can carry.
Which is only 9 for me.
Yeah.
I'll take a ration.
All right. Only one? The 5 silver, then.
I'm anemic.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I can't hold that.
Doesn't that
many.
mean you should eat more?
Then buy 2. A gold. That's easy.
But I'm too fragile to hold 2 right now. Or 2 more than what I have.
I only have room in my pack for 1.
No.
Elven constitution. It just doesn't. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And goes and like points at his bag, holding like basically everything but the kitchen sink. Gotta be hardy, like us, kobolds.
Yes, my lineage provides much magical use. I shouldn't complain.
Fair enough. Not everybody can be as strong as Sniv. And you just flex and you just see his like little noodle arms, but somehow this little guy's carrying everything.
You can't eat magic unless you can't create food and water.
Sadly, I'm not a cleric. Do you have that spell? He turns and looks to Wood. That would be quite handy.
I do not have that on me as a person. Maybe I have access to it.
Maybe tomorrow you should start preparing it. It does make long travel very useful. I believe clerics can all. Can't they?
I have no idea.
Yes, they can. That was Oster wouldn't be
Create food
confident.
and water. Yeah.
Because cleric is one of the can swap out any of their spells on a long rest.
Interesting. Consider
Unless
it, but
that
I've been
changed in
really
2024,
enjoying Brock's
actually.
cooking.
True.
Thank you.
I've heard that they don't create particularly flavorful food.
You know, there was a cleric named Korgak in the Tiny Green Bitches from Our Dreams book. He was so kind of noble. Pretty religious.
Lovely. I guess we can wait, and maybe you can prepare that if we start getting low on rations then. Seeing as it is
Yes, sir.
supposedly...
So just to confirm, was the Staff of Healing bought?
Yep.
Oh no. It was? Okay. Let me mark that on my sheet. Fantastic. Y'all are cleaning house. Thank you for that.
I will also buy 1 ration.
Okay, so 1 ration, that means there should be, what, 24 left? Because wood bought?
Right.
Just 1 ration? Okay.
I only have room for 1.
Is everyone done
totally
buying
fine.
rations?
All right, and potions are still in stock, as well as any other.
I subtracted the ration from my own gold. Or money. The same as my circlet, or not circlet, necklace.
Everyone's done buying rations.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
good.
I will buy 8.
8 rations. Got it. For 4 gold. So
Because you can hold, you said strength modifier, or strength.
it is, yeah, it's your strength value. Yep.
Okay.
Up to your strength value. Which I think is such an easy way to keep track, personally. because I don't do any of the other like encumbrance rules. Just boom, there you go. So
I appreciate it.
a little Joeism there. Okay. Well, thank you for pretty much clearing out all my clothes, trinkets, and more selections. Is there anything else I can help you out with? Maybe a couple potions. I'm not an alchemist, but I do buy and trade these bad boys. And he kind of slaps one of the nearby carts.
Who's your supplier?
Oh, nice woman. Her and her little robot machine metal man friend. Her name is Magillus.
Wood's tail prickles. And then she'll whisper, or they'll whisper to the team, we need to double check whatever are these potions to make sure they actually are labeled properly.
I'm fairly certain they're okay. I sold already a bunch.
They have personal history. Don't worry about it too much.
Oh, all right. Well, then, I guess, start to go and close the lid. I guess I probably won't be selling any of these to this group. Well, if there's anything else you need, please. If you do ever find yourselves in Haven Town, well, come by my shop. If I'm not there, well, at least one of my employees will take care of you. Just ask for Sniv.
Ask for Sniv.
Mm-hmm. Well, gotta go. And he just goes and motions to one of the nearby bugbears and just kind of does like an upseas motion. Just goes, picks him up, puts him on top of the one of these big rothes. All right, get up, Bessie, and just slaps it right on the butt. And you just hear it's like starts trotting down this very precarious sort of wooden bridge, and then you start to see magic form around their caravan. Just kind of waves at you, wielding this like old cane. So long. See you next time. They trot along away, off into the darkness. Alrighty. Nice little shopping. Everybody mark off a ration. Beautiful. Not a bad little random encounter.
Do we get
Okay.
rest with
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should have, I mean, you should have had a long rest before, too, from after the fight, but if you haven't, for whatever reason, you absolutely get a long rest. This is a
No, this is
safe
just
spot.
from the detect magic I used
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh, yeah. So mechanically, or any, like, charges for magical items, yes. A long rest. Absolutely. So that is that day. We're getting close to finishing the second week here. And remember, it is a 10-day, so it's 10 days a week in our lovely world of Faerun. Where is my little notes? Here they are. And that was Voda. Okay. Up next, Oster. You're up.
All right, 1d6 to start, or
1d6, please. Let me know if any events happen. With a 5, nothing happens. Flip the token. Easy day. Traveling deeper into the Underdark, further towards the Hanging Spires. The next day, Brock, you're up. Let me change the tunes.
D6.
D6, if you please. Four. Oh, okay, something's gonna happen. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, can you please roll me a d20?
16.
16. to see. Okay, you move through, and as you're traveling, especially hugging the wall of these cliff faces, there are a few sort of natural, sort of plushy, fertilized sections. There are many animals that live around here and lots of natural sort of plant life, and you find yourselves in a clearing with a bit more plants than you normally would have seen. Most of them seem to actually be edible for the most part. I would like you to please roll me a survival or a nature check. Brock,
22.
and with a 22, oh my goodness, the savant is here. With a 22, can you please roll me 2d10 plus 5?
16.
16, yeah. You're digging through, and with a lot of the plant life, you find that there is a lot here that could definitely be used. Lots of fresh underground sort of vegetables and roots. Some of the vines that look to be dangerous at first, you're able to kind of clear through the thorns, and you recognize that the few very obvious poisonous, sort of like bulbous sections, just simple cutting away can clear them out, and you have found a total of 16 days worth of rations in fruits, vegetables, and other underdark plants.
Can we add back the ration we just ate and then eat one of the rations for today?
Sure,
If that makes sense.
sure. Yeah, just
Yeah,
whatever.
so like if I subtract one for today, then I'm down 4 of the 10 that I can carry.
Okay. Yeah,
But
whatever
I
is the
don't-
easiest.
I think that's what he's trying to get.
Well, I mean, everyone get back up to full. I think
Wait,
16, right?
if we started it.
16
I just filled up at
rations.
the shop, so I'm
Yeah.
down 2 right now.
Let me double check 13, her, because she does have to eat rations every day, and I forgot to fucking track because I'm doing a couple things here. So we traveled 3 days, so she would have been down 3 rations. I can find her sheet.
Here's a option for you, Joe.
Sure.
I could add another item list on my sheet for 13 rations,
Sure.
and whenever I subtract from mine, I'll subtract from hers.
That would be beautiful. Thank you.
What's
I would
her
love
max?
Let me check her sheet. Give me 1 second. Where I put it, because I thought I did a good job, but I get a little bit of a mess in this campaign compared to the other from my notes. Okay, go to the map. 13. She had 5 rations, so she would have consumed, because we traveled 3 days. This was day 3, right? So she would have had 2 rations left. Her max is 15 because she has a strength of 15.
Okay, so we can definitely carry all of them.
Yeah, let's so oh god.
So she was down to 2 at the beginning of today.
So down to 2. So I will add 13 back to her list. Can we get rid of 3 more? Or is there 3 more that can be divvied out to people?
Sounded like Voda was low.
I got 6 total. I did not get any from Snake.
I've got 7 out of 9.
Are we using 13 as a ration pack mule? Is that what's happening?
I mean,
13 needs to eat.
I mean,
Yeah,
like I have
but
19
you
rations
need
on
more
me,
than we
so
do.
like
Jesus Christ.
I have fucking 20 strength.
I'm gonna take 2 of those remaining 3.
Okay, and
Which
then
can be-
Sure.
Foster take 1.
Okay.
And then if you guys run out of rations, then you'll just start taking from my rations.
Sounds good to me. Okay, since we're doing with that, lucky fine, little ration. You're able to take a long rest. Nothing bad happens. It is definitely getting more and more dangerous. I will say that you have about 2 to 3 days left until it starts to get fully ramped up in the danger balance. Now, this will just basically keep that level moving forward for the rest of the campaign, because now it seems that things are becoming more aware of your presence and just the general turmoil that's happening in the Underdark. But we'll hold that for now. Let's take a short rest, and we'll be right back, chat, as we continue traveling further into the Hanging Spires. turn. Which means this is the last day of the second week. Robin,
Spooky things are gonna happen.
you're up.
Okay, what do I roll?
I would like you, please decide where you're moving to, and then I would like you to please roll me a D8. A 3.
A 3.
Okay. Actually, would have been a D6, but I'll still take it. Sorry, and I gave you the wrong info. But
I assumed you were keeping the same number of good options, and there was just more bad options tacked on at the bottom.
yeah,
When you
there's
said
some,
that.
pretty much. Well, actually, it was mainly that the 3, since I said D8 or D6, I've got a range, but it would fit in the same range for both of them, so it don't really matter. Okay, so with a 3, can you please roll me a D20 to see if something happens here, or what rather happens? A 5. Okay. As you're traveling along, the hanging spires are treacherous. They are a maze of chains, bridges, hanging sort of spots of earth above massive cliff falls. It can be a maze sometimes as you're moving through the hanging spires. Please, only Robin, roll me a survival check.
15?
With a 15, just barely by the skin of your teeth, you do manage to find the correct direction. As you do so, Robin, you leading the party find one of these somewhat precarious bridges, one of the few that are leading towards the northeast. And as you lead the rest of the group, Robin, only Robin, can you please pick someone from your party?
I can take it.
Is Voda.
Voda it is. As all of you are making your way across the bridge, Voda, lagging behind whatever you're doing, most likely eating a bowl of Underdark cereal, you are the last one on this bridge. Robin, sort of leading your group across 13 crosses. She's the second last one, and as she does, she kind of takes a nearby spot, stretches, starts to almost like take her gauntlets off her, kind of shake off her hands. Again, you notice her hands have this very faint sort of glowing color, similar to what Brock has, but just up to her, basically her forearm. But I digress. That doesn't seem to matter too much because as it kind of pans back behind her, where her head's sort of like blurred by the lens, we get a nice shot of Voda finishing their cereal, walking across the bridge until we hear a clank, then another clank, and then a snap, with a heavy snap. The ropes tying this bridge begin to fray. It seems that this bridge has finally met its last days of being crossed. Voda, you start to feel the bridge snap. You have a choice. Obviously, I need you to please make me a dexterity saving throw, Voda. But if you get rid of some of your gear, this check will be easier. What will you lose? You will lose something at the very least, but how much of something is your choice.
So I can sprout wings.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do that?
In this
I don't want to
instance-
rob you of your fun.
I know. How about this? Roll me an initiative roll. Because this is all happening at once. This is a split-second thing, hence the save.
I also rolled a
16.
29 on my deck save.
Okay, partner, hold on.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. All right. All right. Well, I go first. The change begins to snap. You feel Like, you will most likely be saved in this instance. You feel that your own safety will be okay. How the positioning of the chains kind of falling, your body's pretty close to the ledge. But since you took a break to have some Underdark cereal, Underdarkos, one might say, or, we'll think of a better name for that. Something you might have bought off Sniv. You took your pack down because it was heavy for a moment. Still, you feel like you will be safe, but some of your gear still will not. The 29, you were able to save a lot of it. But some still must go.
Fair.
A choice between your coin or your food.
Now, if I have no coin, am I
You
forced
have
to
no
choose
coin.
food?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess my rations go flying. I was, finishing my Underdarkos, and I was trying to shove the box back in my pack. And, Okay, there it is.
I will give you 1 day's worth of rations because the Underdark O's was at least a big box. That's all the food you got is Underdark
Dang.
O's.
All right. Wow.
You're so full you don't need to eat the next day.
Yeah.
tongue.
Good thing that I've got such generous friends that are so strong and so brave, carrying so many extra rations. All right.
I will.
Can you see the bottom of where it's falling to?
Yeah, can we listen?
You can listen. You're going to keep listening. And they keep listening. The Hanging Spires in particular has almost bottomless depths. There are huge cavernous spots. And after a while, you can't hear anything. It just seems to keep falling indefinitely. Till eventually it hits somewhere thousands and thousands and thousands of feet below. Feeding something down there. You hear a nice little crunch, and then you hear Underdarko. Brought to you by Underdarko. Feeding the
Some
needy.
him, Soda didn't drop any milk.
Oh. some deep rothe milk. Okay, so that was a success. That could have gone much, much worse. So just by losing some food, not the end of the world. Especially since you bought a bunch, you just mooch off your companions. That was that. I believe. Let me check my days. That was the last day of the second week. We are now officially into my last list of lovely things. Up next, wood.
It's back to me already. Oh boy. That's a 1d6?
No.
No.
Please roll me a d4. I'll tell you just straight up. You have to roll a 4 for nothing to happen. Something happens.
Everyone panic.
Please move your token where you would assume you like to go.
We don't need to go to a campsite right now. Right, team? We can just go northbound.
We've done it before.
Okay.
We're all fully
Yeah.
rested anyway.
Beautiful. Okay, we're scooching.
Underdarkos, they're crunchier than the rocks here. Fantastic. All right, you're scooching further towards where you believe the silver disc is located. And as you're scooching, can you please roll me a d20?
1d20. 5. We're not nervous about that one at all.
Okay. As you cross more and more of these treacherous bridges, you do find some landings, huge sort of cliff faces. The rest of the party take a moment and start doling out supplies and helping Voda out, talking about the nutritious supplements that Underdark O's provide for a lovely balanced meal. And as you're taking a moment for yourself, maybe lost in your new romance novel, you seem to wander away from the camp for a little bit. As you do, you take a turn and then another turn, until it starts to feel like you lose where you are. Everything around here seems so familiar yet different. This place, these spires can be, as we've discovered, a maze. And even in the honeycomb tunnels within the walls of the rocky formations here, find yourself lost. Can you please make me a survival check?
Okay, I'm going to take out my endless ball of yarn.
Oh,
And I am going to quickly slice off from
Okay.
the Afghan blanket that I was crocheting for 13,
I like it.
and then I am going to tie the string
Okay.
to one end of like a tire or tree, and then
Yeah, there's a lot of like stalagmites kind of poking out of the ground, huge, sort of bulbous mushroom stalks, kind of tuberous, alien looking, very much kind of like the image I shared with you here. Yeah, you find some, wrap it around, and please make your survival check with advantage.
ready.
Okay, hell yeah, with a 25. Yeah, you are so successful that not only are you able to easily find your way back to the camp, you actually discovered a hidden spring within these walls, a place of rejuvenation, of healing, something that these waters seem to be pristinely touched with divine magics. Something or someone, a being of the cosmic, something of divine sort of beauty almost was here. These waters, now blessed, can help you. At this point, what I would say, would you have a choice? One, you can try to lead the rest of your party back here. It would be somewhat difficult, but you did roll very well. Or two, you can try to sample some of these waters yourself. What would you like to do?
My fanfiction brain is going wild. Maybe this was touched by Lathander, going to see Loth in secret. Who is to say? So this is definitely very precious. But I'm going to think that given all right, I'm gonna clutch my yarn, and I'm gonna like do a couple of loops and say, I've got to let my team know about this. I am grateful to, but if this is the last time we meet, know that I think you're a really cool body of water. Okay.
Are you flirting with the pond?
Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
It's like a 5 foot by 5 foot, just small little pond, a little like fucking.
Like it's like a big puddle.
It's like a big puddle. Okay. Yeah, flirting with the pond. As you're flirting with the pond, can you, with advantage, roll me another survival check? You already know how to get back to the group. This is just in case you could lead them back here.
Okay. This is such a cool instance. I am willing to use my inspiration.
Okay. Both of those are a failure. You could use inspo. You can now re-roll again with advantage. So 2 more times.
Thank you, O Holy DM.
Well, 18 it is, and 18 is a success. Take some more time, but you do manage to not only get back to your group, but have enough yarn, it is indefinite, to find the pool once more.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's very serene.
I do a fucking. How deep is this pond? Pool, whatever this
Make
is.
a perception check. Put a cannonball in it.
Oh, why is my perception negative? What the hell? Wait, no. It's not negative. I can't see. I'm blind. Don't worry about it.
You got negative perception. You don't think it's super deep, but you're not quite sure.
All right.
I think Oscar was washing out like his hands and face with it.
I do a fucking a 6 spin move, and suddenly I'm in fucking swim trunks, and I'm full sprinting.
Oster, yeah, you're doing that.
Why did you pack those for the under?
Don't worry about it.
It's a tough one. All right, give me 1 second.
It's the sim changing animation, is what it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was picturing that without even going to say that. I was picturing the Sims animation.
Oster would just look up at him jumping in, look very surprised, a little concerned, and then very amused.
We're gonna
I'm not
see how
like-
much blood is going to get into that water. I'm afraid of scraped knees as a healer. I'm just like, I didn't see any no diving signs, so maybe we can sue if he gets hurt. But
All right, he gets he's through the fucking. I sued one of the gods. Suloth, yeah, she'll like that. All right, Brock. You jump into this beautiful serene pool and trapped in this almost crystalline like cave with these underdark tubers, these glowing fungi, and you jump in and it looks deep, and then you realize it's not. It's 2 feet deep. And you jump in and more like a big old like a rock. Brock, you splash into that pond. Can you please roll me a D100? 42. Okay. Almost half the pond is immediately just pushed out and splashed on the walls and the ground. It's like, only a foot deep now. Oster to get splashed with just a torrent of water. And Brock, you jumped into the. You can take 16 points of unmitigated bludgeoning damage as you bonk your knees on the bottom of the pool until you realize something. The scrapes that you immediately had on your knees start to disappear. The wound, the little cut on your knees, starts to close. More and more of the water starts to evaporate immediately. There is now half a foot of water left in the pool.
This is cool water.
Is Voda still damaged from the bagpipes?
I mean, we've long rested, so no.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
Been
one
more
rest, so
days.
you're okay. So there's a little bit of water in this little serene pool. Most of it now outside of the pool. Brock, you're standing there, initially with cut knees, now healed.
I'm not sure if bottling it would be a cool healing potion or an affront to a god. What do you think, priest? You would know best, no?
Well, for one, I'm not a priest. I honestly struggled a lot at paying attention in religion classes. But
But the gods answer your call.
But she says, rolling a fucking 32. Holy shit.
You tell me. With a 32. Damn.
okay.
The crit.
With a crit. So I'm really curious what kind of god would be in here. But see, because this water is healing and kind of like holy in the more traditional sense, I don't think it would be an affront as long as we perhaps did some good while down here. So, what the definition is good, it varies from god to god. It could be order, it could be chaotic, and what's going to kind of go on and on and on. But you get the sense that you could bottle the water and it'd be fine.
There you go.
So if this was Lathander, god of the holy light and good, then probably doing something lawful, bright, and kind would be ideal. But if it was Pelor, then maybe doing something by donating to the WW World Wildlife Fund, that might be a good thing. That Pelor would be into. We just need to make sure we pay it back in some way.
Do you know who we would need to pay back? Because I feel like that's important to being able to do it.
Well, okay. I can look at the Wikipedia page of D&D gods. So we can just take a little gander here. 5th edition. We're gonna control F to see who likes water.
Wikipedia. Very well.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Yep.
So we've got a Prince of Good named Ben Hadar, who likes water. We've got a neutral good goddess of peace. Ooh. Her symbol is a waterfall plunging into a still pond. How peaceful. That's Eldath. And that's all that's coming up for Control F. So I bet this was Eldath. So perhaps we could clean the ocean or function a part of it. You know, I heard that there was some type of Triton war going on that caused a lot of pollutants in the water. Some cleanup there after this adventure.
We will definitely remember to do that.
So, with half a foot of water in a 5x5 space, oh holy damn, how much rations of water?
Yeah, you could say uses.
Any charges
potion.
of water?
Yeah. I would say with a little bit of half foot, 5x5. Why don't you roll me a sleight of hand check? I will give you advantage for how well you've been doing. Wood.
Sleight of
Just to
hand.
see how much you're able to capture and gain.
Nope.
Not a lot, but I will give you more than what you think. So I'm gonna give you a total of, let's just round it, of 8 uses of holy water. So mechanically, it will function like holy water that you can get the shop. But with this is a unique version. If you decide to consume this water or kind of splash it on your face, this will also bless you for basically one encounter, one fight. For free.
Wow. Thank you, O Holy DM.
It's very cool.
In addition to that, you could actually use it and throw it. Target a creature within 20 feet of yourself, and they must make a dex saving throw, and they will take an additional 2d8 radiant damage if it is a fiend or undead. So you could just chuck it at things as well. It looks like that's what the initial uses. But yeah, not a bad find. So beyond that, day is set. No other real issues. And you are able to take another rest.
We're gonna be like the Winchesters, just splashing everybody with holy water when we meet them to check.
All right. So I will say, moving forward, this was enough to take a long rest, but I'll let you know if it is sort of quote unquote safe enough to take a full like long rest mechanically. Because sometimes you're able to rest and it's somewhat like stressful. But yeah, you would still consume a ration. You may not be attacked, but it would just be somewhat of a dangerous area. But that's fine for today. So yeah, you're able to take a long rest, no problem. Next day. Let's see what happens. That would be Voda. You're up.
See, do all the dangerous stuff. Remind me the distinction between the black plus and the red plus.
Black plus, you know there's something there. You don't know if it's bad, good, whatever. Red plus, from last time you heard, is that it was most likely something dangerous, but could also be loot there too.
Oh yeah, Brock, can I have some ration?
Yeah, I gave you 9.
You give me 9?
Yeah.
Must have missed that. Dang. We move here.
Okay. You move forward, and as you do, you move across a few sort of hanging bridges to another outcry, similar to where you just were just a day prior, except you notice that this spot is different. The dirt here is off color. As you start taking a few steps, you lead the party until you start hearing a few clicks. A few spots in the ground start to give way as a small, almost implosions happen beneath the ground. Tremors. Several spots on this cliff face. As you start to notice, it begins to break free. Chunks of dirt slide down the eastern passage of the wall into the forever darkness that the hanging spires hold. I need you and everybody to please make dexterity saving throws. Okay. Voda, success.
I think
Wood,
I'm going to use my
success.
inspiration.
Sounds good to me. Prisoner, 13.
I
So
think
13 is
same.
success. Robin, we'll find out with a 14. I will tell you that Brock is a failure, and Oster at the moment is a failure.
Even with the inspiration,
Even
it
with
went
the
down.
inspiration. It went worse. So, Robin, let's go with you first. Partial success. The cliff face has fallen. You see Brock and Oster closest to the edge. They start plummeting into the dark. Robin, you have a chance that you see that you're fairly close to the edge. There's a few hanging like juts of roots that are kind of poking out. What would you like to do?
I guess grab at one of the roots so I don't fall.
Sure. Sounds good to me. So you prioritize saving yourself first, which is totally fine. Please make me a sleight of hand check. I will give you advantage.
Okay. Just wait.
Oh,
29.
Robin. Yeah, you are safe. And since that was so successful, you managed to position your body in such a way that you might actually be able to help one of these two as they fall. Who would you like to help?
Do I have time for an action while he's doing that?
You know what? Initiative.
All right.
Do I
don't
do
think
initiative
it'll
or just
go
Oster?
straight in because I don't have a token to select?
Yeah, so just you can type it in, and this is mainly just so I can see, or just go right in here because this is just a contest here. So Brock, So Oster, with a 4, you are last in the initiative. Robin,
Okay.
you're guaranteed to be first. So no. Robin, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Brock has his fancy psionic leaping stuff, so see, I guess if I have time, I'd like to throw my rope down at Oster
Okay. Sounds good to me.
while holding tightly onto the other end.
That works for me. Yeah, you find a spot. You're kind of like hanging on the root, very sort of like Assassin's Creed style, on it, like perched over. You're a few feet below the lip, while the others are still recovering, jumping over to the side. Again, this is all happening split second, sort of a quick time event. And as you're unfurling the rope, throwing it down, Oster's kind of like tumbling. And both of them are kind of clawing at the walls mid through cutscene. And up next is me. So, as everyone is starting to fall, you start to tumble, and as you do, you're clanking, smacking damage. Pieces of rocks jut into you, almost like shrapnel. This thing isn't just like a simple rock slide. Something or someone has planted magical sort of explosives, these bombs beneath the ground, trap. And as you've trapped on them, you cause this chain reaction as pieces of earth splatter out from the ground. Both of you are going to take this 35 points of piercing damage flying out from the walls into your sides. Again, this is for Brock, this is for Oster. Next, Brock, you start sliding off the cliff face. What would you like to do? What's your immediate reaction?
My immediate reaction would be to use my psi-powered leap, and if I can, pick up Oster on the way, or at least help them.
Standing on the ground, is this something you can just do whenever?
I think it's just whenever.
I'm going to say this. Since you are in a very, very stressful moment, make me a wisdom saving throw to see if you are wise enough to use your innate abilities in this moment. 12. You are unable to. You are panicking. You are stressing. This explosion caught you off guard. This trap that was laid for you was pretty ingenious for wiping out a whole group of unneeded adventurers. That psionic leap, you can't make that connection. What would you like to do? Look
what
around,
can I do?
Try to hold on. I mean, I'll give you a couple options. You can use your perceptive abilities to try to look for something else to possibly hang on to. You can just brute force it, clutching onto the wall with dear might. You can maybe use a different tool of your bag, maybe sacrifice a few things to possibly give you leverage in a different way. What would you like to do?
This doesn't really make any sense, but it would be funny. I still have the vaulter's axe. Okay. Could I use that somehow to vault myself back up?
Sure. I like it. Using the vaulter's axe, you basically, how I picture it, is almost like a springboard. It's a one-time thing. That axe is going to be gone for good, but by using the axe, vaulting you forward, I'm only going to ask you, I'll give you advantage on this. Please make me an strength saving throw. I apologize.
Even better.
Try to pull out the axe, use it, chipping it into the ground. Luckily, the magic of the axe pretty much does the work for you, vaulting you forward, and as it's thunked into a piece of this rocky earth, it falls to the ground into the darkness below, lost forever. Please remove that from your inventory, but you are now safe. All that leaves now is Oster. There's a rope dangling in front of you as you clamber, trying to grab hold of anything, falling deeper and deeper into the darkness. What would you like to do?
By the time I can react, can I still see a safe point to be standing on?
To be standing on around you, perception check.
Anywhere within 30 feet, let's say.
Sure. Yeah, that's enough. Perception check. It'll be somewhat difficult because this is all happening at fast. But fuck it with a 25. You do. You find a spot 15 feet below you and about 10 feet away. So you're like here, and there's something, a ledge, a chunk of earth that's kind of jutting out. It's really much almost like a point of jagged rock, but enough to stand on. Wait down here as you fall.
If it's down below, I'm gonna cast Fly
Okay.
on myself.
I'm gonna do the same thing because as this is all happening at once, please make me a wisdom saving throw. As you're just mental fortitude to possibly do this. You're stressing. It's terrifying. You're falling to your death. That's not gonna work.
All right, so I fail that. Can I use my elven free Misty Step to the ledge?
I'm gonna get yes with another save. I will give you advantage on this. One more wisdom saving throw. 14. You Misty Step, fly through the air just towards the ledge. It's a partial success. You land at the lip of the edge. It's sharp. This piece of rock is really more of like a broken stalactite that's splintered off from underneath this like chunk of earth. You cut your legs and feet just standing on top of it. You take a total of 17 points of slashing damage, cutting your feet. But you're holding on. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I just tried typing minus 17 into my health bar, and it just accepted the 17 because it's different in the
No.
Yeah, you have to put the number in the
highlighted it.
You have to put the number in the damage heal box and then damage or heal yourself. It's kind of weird.
Right. Thank you. All right, so I'm stable where I am, though, now?
For the moment. It's not going to be long, though.
All right, then while I have a moment, can I cast Fly?
You know what? I'm going to say yes. You're able to.
Okay. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
60-foot fly speed. I sprout
That's fine by me.
draconic wings and start flapping up to try and help Robin climb the last bit.
Poser.
All right. Robin, yeah, you're just holding this rope as you see Oster just flying up past you. Brock flinging themselves well, I guess, good use, the axe now, as Chad said with the warrior's death. As Robin is now just a couple feet below the lip, which is descending too, so there's like a chunk of rock that's kind of sliding down. It's all happening at once.
Voda, do you say poser out loud? Or
No.
okay.
But I think it.
I like how disappointed you sounded when you said no.
Cultural appropriation is what it is.
Does he say that?
No.
Okay.
Two people almost fall to their deaths. You just are just bitching at each other.
Yeah, it's a tense situation. I'm not.
It's just funny.
I'm glad you're alive.
Robin's still falling down because they're on the ledge, but the like chunk of like of root is like descending because the piece it's on is clearly about to fall off the cliffside. But Oster, what would you like to do?
I fly up to like I guess I don't know how precise of flying you're gonna say that I get from the fly spell. It's I don't think it says specifically.
I'm not gonna stress too much about it. It's fine. This is all a little theater of the mind bit.
And can hover. Okay, so I have fairly good control per the spell description. I go up under Robin and sort of like lift on him. Like I don't think I'm strong enough to lift him, but like enough to like make him feel lighter as he climbs.
Sure. All right. I think with that, Robin, one last thing you got to do, since you tried to help the other two and they just basically said "poo poo, fuck you." I need you to please make an athletics or acrobatics check with advantage, since you are basically being hoisted up at the same time. You're able to recover the rope too. So, luckily, this would have been pretty bad without the help of Oster, but you managed to recover the rope, and using your nimble body, you little hop, hop, hop. The final third jump, you land at a safe spot at the edge, and it's finally half the cliffside crumbles, crashes down into the dark. Congratulations. You have survived.
I think
At this point, I'm going to say, go ahead.
Oster's just going to flop on the ground and ask for healing. He took half his health on that first damage, and then about half of the remaining. He's about a quarter HP right now. From that, so he looks pretty awful and is like, "Wood, please."
Wood is going to take out their purple staff of healing and will use the charge for that. Stay away! Don't go towards the light! I will shout even though you're fully conscious. Is it towards the bottom of my list? There we go.
If you use a couple single cat level or first level casting, I think you get the best healing per charges of cure wounds. It just would take a little more time.
A couple single level?
Right, because it doesn't... I don't know if... I'm not positive it's still the case from the old one, but it was like a number of dice plus a little bit, and then the number of dice went up, but the bonus didn't when you used higher levels. So
so
it'd be better doing a couple
2024 is 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier, and then at higher levels it just adds an additional 2d8 per upcast charge. But since you're not in combat, you're not like in an encounter, I'm not going to stress about it. You can do first level and then first level, so that way you just get the little bit extra.
Okay, wicked.
You can cheese it a little bit, I won't mind.
It makes sense. It's using more time to do the healing a little more efficiently, right?
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Not under pressure.
Yeah, you're not under pressure. The whole day's been spent. You're able to rest. You can't take a long rest, sadly, because of how stressful that was. But you will consume a ration, and since it's been a full day, you could also roll to recharge any magical gear you got.
Stare, you took 17?
It is
not giving you the bonus.
Yeah.
It's just doing 2d8.
Saying ability not found. So let's take a look.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let Jesus.
You're rolling this from your sheet, right?
Yes.
Oscar took 52 total.
Oof.
Oh, 52 total. Ooh, oh boy.
Yeah, as I said, he's at about a quarter health. Well, just slightly. He's at 22 out of 74.
Why did that work for me?
That was a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. All right, well, we could just add +4 to that. So the 2 8s turn into 12s. So 12 and 24.
Can you try it again, Rokita?
All right, that's most of my health. You can stop at the 3, or unless you want to do it again to check.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you roll, where are you rolling from?
From the character sheet, the cure wounds that is associated with the staff of healing. So it's one that's at the bottom.
Does it rely on your spellcasting ability modifier? Because if so, you could probably just remove that and use your normal one.
Just roll your normal one and then just mark a charge off of it, unless the sheet automatically consumes it
Okay.
if you roll it the other way. I don't know, because I don't use character
What
sheets.
the hell? I don't know how you're rolling that.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, to help expedite things a bit,
After the
who
11,
was
I'm at full
that?
HP.
Perfect. That was
Oh,
Voda.
the cure wounds at the bottom of your combat page, or in the middle of your combat page. Is that something you added?
No, I thought it was something you added. Or I'm on the spells list, not on the
So the problem with rolling from the spells list is that it's going to consume a spell, even if you're not
Yes.
using. Sure, you can do. So I changed cure wounds to include your wisdom modifier. I don't think mass cure wounds includes that. So it should roll normally now.
Yeah, Mass Cure Wounds does 5d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh yeah.
So I go from use the combat tab.
So yes, use the. Have you casted spells this long rest? Also, you have not long rested. You have many spells used, and you should long rest.
What I've been doing during these guys is.
Yeah, I would recommend using the healing that's at the bottom of your combat. So you have two. Well, you have multiple, which is kind of annoying. I think the bottom of your combat page. I mean, either cure wounds. You have 2 cure wounds.
Cure wounds healing. The one that's at the closest to the bottom.
Oh, you have 3. Why do you have 3?
I don't fucking.
We can also do with this after.
Okay, that's good.
What's
The
happening?
second one is good.
Yeah, we'll deal with that after.
All right, that's fine.
Sir, yes, sir.
Very goofy, not surprised. All right, that was Voda. Up next, Oster.
You've been having us move the thing before rolling, right?
Correct. So that way I can see where you're intended to go. And then, once you're there, roll me a d4.
Actually, we're in the adjacent space to the water? Do we see the water? Is there like...
Yes. You're close enough that you could see the water. If you wish to possibly cross it or interact with it, I am going to count that as your sort of day's worth of travel. If that makes sense.
Right. Does anybody have anything that would help us traverse water or anything? I guess I would ask the party.
I think so. I don't feel like we've gotten anything that would
Right.
do that.
Okay. I don't think it was this campaign that we got the paper boat. I think we did.
No,
in a
that was
earlier
2.
one.
It was 2.
Okay. Right.
We're gonna have to deal with water later, anyways. So
Okay.
we'll have to figure that
So
out at some
go-
point. But I
go up
think
to
now
the-
it's
north east.
I think so.
Okay.
Alrighty.
D4, you said?
D4, if you please. 3. Guaranteed something's going to happen here. Can you please roll me a D20? To 12. Okay. Fantastic. So, just a reminder, yesterday's here, you were unable to take a long rest, mark off a ration. For those who have not been taking long rests, you should have done so before. The only thing that would have been probably used was some charges on your staff. You can roll for that, so that way your staff might be fully refreshed. Just a reminder of how that works. Let me post this on your screen.
Thank you.
Lots of new things to take care of. So the staff of healing in this bad boy, 1d6 plus 4, pretty much guaranteed to charge all of it. It is maximum of 10 uses for the staff.
Does that charge when we don't have a...
Yeah, so that's what I'm
Proper
saying.
long rest, but-
Anytime you finish the day, you can still roll for equipment. That's fine.
Okay.
It's just the mechanics for long rest for like healing wise. It's it's really stressful, so you don't really have a good night's rest. Is the idea. Yeah, the staff's fully charged back because I don't think you used 7 charges,
No.
so you are good to go. Okay. Now, if you give me one moment, I'll bring you all to a new map. You're heading further and further north towards deeper into the hanging spires. As I said, there are these crossroad bridges, these settlements kind of like hidden, dangling through, almost like lanterns on chains. But there are also other major points within this section of the Underdark, that of rivers and waterfalls. There are a lot of sections here that collect or create these sections of water. A lot of moving sections of water, and a lot of bridges that need to be crossed to move further in. And that's where we find ourselves in just a moment. Okay, give me one sec. Make sure everybody's here. You all see a new map?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. Let that bad boy load, and perfect. Now, as we're moving along in the Underdark, of course, it is dark, hence the name. Anyone wielding light, casting light, wielding a torch, anything like that?
I'd like to draw my new rapier,
Ooh, okay.
which gives me 15 feet of bright light plus another 15 of dim.
Hell yeah, that bad boy is going to be good to have. So, boom. How's that?
We're gonna be best friends, Robin. Never leaving your side.
Whoa,
You
let
gained a
me-
personal bodyguard.
Give me 1 second to give you the icon. Oh, it's inspired. That's what it's called. Come on. Oh, so that way I know someone's casting light. So, how you got here? You traveled through some of the sections of this cavernous regions. You headed south a little bit to do sort of a U-turn, and you noticed there was a few sections of wall that were collapsed. Following this river past, the only real way, as 13 sort of points out, that the really only way forward was was following this river that cascades into a massive waterfall down into hundreds of feet to the depths below. You push through these broken facades, and you immediately can already hear the sounds of banging, of chopping and grinding, like that of a sawmill. You hear that immediately to the structure to your east. The windows are boarded up, and the smell of sort of like not molten, but smell of like a furnace, sound of tinging of metal hammers against wrought iron ting throughout the air. You hear grunts, and the sound of occasional sort of like frustration, mumblings in Dwarvish. Also of note, the river that you're following has, again, these beautiful bioluminescent blind fish swimming down that somehow, like salmon or whatever, they're just like following it and falling off the waterfall into the pool below, somehow unscathed. Gravity doesn't seem to work against them that way. But the plant life at the bottom of this moving, flowing river that seems to flow with it, these like chunks of seaweed that are loose, are glowing brightly, allowing you to see through it. That's why you could see quite a bit of illumination from the river, is because of these glowing, moving seaweed chunks. But again, ting, 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 grunts coming from the building next to you.
I mean, I will politely knock on the door.
Sure. You knock on the door. Nothing happens initially.
Hello? I'll give a little bit of a harder knock.
Sure. What language do you say that in?
Dwarven.
Okay. This time a harder knock. Hey! What? We're not done.
We're just passing through. Not really sure what's happening, but
Passing. What? Just go away. Talk to one of the foremen. Grumblings. All in dwarf.
okay. I'm convinced.
One moment. Wait. And then you hear singing stop. And as you're getting ready to leave, the door opens, revealing this. What do you mean you're passing? Who are you? The dwarf, Duergar, looks at you, clad in studded leather armor, gauntlets fused around their wrists. You could already see psionic energy flowing from their wrist, pointing towards you.
My name's Brock. These are my traveling compatriots. We're passing through on our way to sights unseen.
Passing. Sightseeing. They all stop what they're doing, starting to look at you. Wait. You. Kind of looks you up and down. Roll me an insight check.
Oh boy, we're trying.
We're trying.
I'm not trying, is the answer.
He looks at you. Traveling companions, huh? Great. Here. Why don't you step inside for a moment? You can help us out in just a moment. And I'll show you where the foreman's at.
Seems genuine. If no one stops me, I'm going in.
Okay, go in. Fantastic, as you do. One of the other dwarves slams the door shut behind you with a heavy latches it, turns towards you, the other dwarves, all circling around. So,
Do we hear the door latch from the outside?
yes, you do.
I'm going to be listening at this window, by the
I
way.
am gonna cast knock on the door.
Okay. Well, before you
Does
do
it
that, then
physically make a knock?
if you were going to do
If
that,
you want something else to happen.
yes, initiative. Since this is like a more of an aggressive like casting
Okay.
thing, then yes, initiative for this to go off. But I will say this at the very least. So, just traveling through with your adventurers, huh? Well,
Yep.
surfaced dwarf, Sunwalker. We heard a little bit about you and your ilk. How you massacred my boys in the
They started
mining
it.
Operation South. Well, we're about to finish it. So they immediately draw their weapons and get ready to cut you down. But Oster, get ready to cast Knock. I would like everybody to roll initiative. See if this goes off. Let me roll for my baddies here. We'll go from there.
Oh, 27.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
fucking locked in.
Get 18. Okay, Robin and Wood. I'm guessing Robin beats that. So I'm going to do 15.5.
Almost certainly.
Should just assume so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 13 is going to get 22. Okay, all right, 13. Jeez. You know what? I'll probably just have her constantly roll last, just for balance purposes. So I'm not stressed out about it. Brock. Okay, so this is what happens. These Dwergar, currently mining or fixing something. Some of them creating nails, playing some boards, other repair equipment. You could see that they're in the middle of a small makeshift forge. It's not nearly quite so glamorous or anything you've seen before, but it'll do in a pinch. The Dwergar look at you and draw their weapons. Brock, you're up. So this is the fellow who was talking to you. And here are the others.
All right, we're going to start off with a bang. I
Okay,
am going
swap
to
it.
use a fiery misty step to begin.
Oh boy.
You know where I'm going. I'm on my way, I'm shinderuing them.
Yep. Oh no. He's become part Azure.
Alright, so that is... Oh, any creature they pass through. Oh. It wasn't as good as I thought it was, but... Do I still want to use that?
Move. It's you Misty Step it so you can kind of like chain through.
Oh, I mean, if I can like do some fucking like
Yeah, because it's
this
Misty
bullshit.
Steps. Yes, you can. That was the wrong. You can do that kind of bullshit.
I'm doing that then.
Yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, some Misty Step bullshit. Flames breathe from your body and create a trail of fire. Alright, let me double check. So, PB times, any creature that passes through takes 2d10 fire. And they're set ablaze. Roll me 2d10 if you please. 10. Getting a little toasty. And they're all set ablaze. All right, Brock. What else?
All right, and actually, do I not have? Okay, I don't have cleave. I think I can swap weapon mastery on level up. I didn't realize that I did not have cleave,
Yeah,
so I'll do that.
That's fine.
So I will attack. Now with a
Okay.
plus 11.
God damn,
28.
plus 11. Hell yeah, you're chopping. Hitting him with the igniter. Yeah, that's a definite hit. I'm assuming
Fucking trying to
against
roll.
anybody.
Oh yeah, we're going for the guy that was shit talking to me. Oh. Okay, well I rolled twice. Taking the first one. Shit.
30.
Not the
Okay.
not the plus
34.
9. Just
Nope,
the
9.
what is that?
25?
25, yeah.
25. Big chunk of damage chopped right into. Oh! Stammers backwards.
And then I'll go again. Oh my god, things are lagging. Oh boy. I love my
Don't forget,
computer.
You have cleave. So it's not the
Is
whirlwind that Spear's got, but basically you can attack a second target within 5 feet of it. So one more guy.
for free, not even as a bonus action?
Hold on. If you hit a creature with melee attack, you can make a melee attack roll with the weapon against a second creature within 5 feet of that first, also within reach. On a hit, second creature takes weapon damage, but don't add your ability modifier to it. You can do that
Okay.
extra attack. You can make this extra attack only once per turn.
Okay.
just happens.
We're fucking trying to roll. I need to. I'm gonna do this. Oh, never mind. 14.
Well, that's gonna miss. 14 goes wide against one of the Dwergar.
Okay, that's fine. Roll again. Another fucking 14
Whiff.
against him.
Okay.
Um.
He with plus 11 when you roll 3. You ain't gonna hit anything.
I want to use my inspiration. You know what? He pissed me off. I'm using my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna roll. Oh, that was wrong. Wrong one. 16. So it's gonna hit.
16 against the same guy?
16 plus 11.
Yeah, that's
but
definitely gonna hit. Yeah, that's chopping. Against the soul blade right in front of you. The axe cleaves
And-
into its chest.
I hit the button. Need to refresh after my turn.
No problem.
Come on. Could just do what, a D12, 2D6 plus 3 or plus 8.
D12 plus 5, 2d6,
D12,
and then it looks like plus 3 heavy weapon mastery.
8, 9, 10, 11 plus 8 is
11 plus 8 is 19.
19.
19, okay.
Some of that's
Another chop
fire, some of
into
that's
soul blade.
slashing.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm taking that into account.
And that's it.
Still alive, Absolute Pixels, and the guy that you chopped into, feel free to refresh, starts glowing these sort of psionic, sort of almost claws. And as he does, the flames wreathe around him, pull him to the ground as he burns to death because he was set on fire because of your axe. They are
Oh, yeah.
gone. I still have another soul blade, and they are going to try to cut you down. Room's locked. They are set ablaze, so they are going to take 7 points of fire. And they are going to go here, here, and here. We'll wrap it around. How can I hurt you? I'm just going to stab at you twice. First one, disadvantage because you are all whippy-dippy. None of those hit. The Dwergar, all of them, well, 3 of them are on fire. 10. Taking 9 points. Oh god, this is rough. This weapon is good. That's okay. You deserve to have some power here. All 3 of those fellows are wounded, and they brandish their the warhammers and rush forward. So, and like so. So, the war picks rather. That is 4 of them circling around you, and they are going to attack a total of 8 times. 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss, 4 miss, 5 miss, 6 miss, 7 miss, 8 miss, 9 miss. Ignore the 9. I got too excited. 8, all of them missing. I had so many
I love
crits
this
too.
character.
This cloak ain't doing shit. That's their turn. Monster.
I'm smiling through all of it.
Oh my goodness.
I go with what I said earlier. I cast Knock, which is a 2nd level. If a door is locked, it unlocks. If it has a magic spell locking it, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes. Everything within 300 feet can hear a knocking sound.
Ah, okay. That's good to know.
Yes, that is an unfortunate drawback, but seeing them lock the door, he's going straight to... oh my god, my sheet is being slow about this. Bonus action to open the door
Sure.
after it's unlocked?
You see me having taken no damage, and one person already dead. Everyone else is on fire. I'm in my
Maybe I
element.
didn't do this. Oster takes a step back to not be in the way of his friends rushing in, says doors open, and looks back to see the enemies approaching from the south. I'm gonna hide behind a structure for most of them, so I've got a little
Got partial cover. It's
hidden.
chunks
That's
of
all.
debris. Yeah.
Because knock is an action. I don't have a great
Yeah.
bonus action for right now.
Works for me. Robin, you're up.
Okay, let's see. There's some guys to the south. Will I be able to see them if I switch to my crossbow?
Be able to see them. Yeah, I'm not going to be too much of a stickler. It'll still glow at your hip. You can just say it's glowing or not. Just keep it simple.
Okay, I am going to move over here then. I am going to steady aim as my bonus action, which I can do now without reducing my movement because level 9.
Hell yeah.
And I am going to shoot with my elemental light crossbow at the closest guy to the south.
All right. It's always a special moment. First time someone using a custom item for me. Lining up the elemental crossbow, you take a shot. Bolt fires true through the air, choosing a rune. Which one have you chosen? Because it automatically sets at one of those 4 types.
I'm still waiting for the rolls to go through.
Oh man. Okay. Yes. Roll 20 being very goofy. That is a dagger, but it's
Elemental. I do not remember what weakness these guys had, if any, but let's go with acid. I'm sure that they're not great with acid.
all right.
Very
Bolt
cheap.
flies through the air. The acidic bolt strikes, and it was at the guy rushing forward. That's a hit. I'll just take the dagger
Just
roll.
waiting on the damage.
It is a D8 plus Dex mod, as well as 2d6 of acid.
That was my dagger.
It was, but I'm not going to stress out about it. You just roll the damage for your crossbow. Basically, just want to finish out the round here, and then we'll call it a session for tonight. There's definitely a hit. Bolt flies true.
And yes. Okay, so that should be the 29.
God damn, the bolt thunks into the neck of the dwarf. Still up, pixels of health.
8 of which is
acid
acid.
pulls down. Seems the damage is normal, but it don't like that.
Okay, so, and then I am going to scooch a bit further away.
Okay, wood.
Okay. I'm gonna take a gander of what's going on in here. Oh. Huh. That looks stressful. But I have absolute faith in Brock. So we're just going to do a casual sacred flame directed at this gentleman right here.
Can you ping for me again? That gentleman, thank you so much. Holy light envelops the Dwergar. They're going to try to move out of the way with a 12. They fail, enveloped by the flames.
Okay, and we're waiting for damage to load.
Why is it only me?
I haven't-
That's nice to me right now.
We've clicked damage again. And now we're just going to roll 1d8 manually.
Should be 2d8 at this point. So roll me another d8. Because you are level 9.
That'll be
12.
12, please.
12 radiant. Alright, pixels of health. Growls at you.
Then I'll scooch over here next to Robin, because he seems like he's got a good idea. Next,
Mhm.
Voda.
Voda.
All right. How tall is this little banister here? Can I actually see all these guys down here?
Yeah, so it's a few feet in height. It's kind of a low bridge, so you'd be able to see them. They would have enough for cover if they're being shot at, depending the angle. Robin had a clear shot for this guy, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, you
Okay.
can see them.
Check this out.
Ooh,
I'm actually
okay.
gonna run 15 feet up this wall
Oh,
and do a
okay.
backflip and scorching ray these guys.
Okay. Acrobatics check
To
first.
deny
to
them
see
the
how
cover.
well. Let's do a little matrix run up the wall. The building's 20 feet high, so you jump up the wall, do a little flippy dip, using your new Kirklet. That is a deception check. You try to lie to
Oh
the
god,
wall.
hold on. Yeah, it's great.
Try to lie to
There you go. How's that?
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh,
Try
all
and
right.
convince them that you did a sick flip, and
All right, Neo. Yeah, you matrix the shit out of that as you run up the wall, flipping, blasting. Go for it. Ignoring cover.
Yes. Oh my god.
Hey!
Okay, so yeah,
Wow.
it did the triple automatically. That's
good.
All
All right, well, the crit's hitting. 15, sadly, is going to go wide just barely due to their armor, but the 24 will hit.
let's go like
Hey!
1, 2, 3. So like 26, 15, 24.
Nice.
So I'll start rolling damage.
Beam of fire
Here's
flies
the
in the air.
crit damage. Then there's
19
regular
fire.
damage for this guy.
One shot with fire, wounding him. Other fella just takes 7, rushing into the shoulder, kind of staggers back. Big plays. You're all doing some fucking kick-ass moves so far. All right, nicely done. Voda, anything else?
Yes, I believe I can just do a bonus action dash. But I don't know where I would go. Maybe just a little bit farther away from everybody else. hide here in the dark. Go
Okay.
next.
Sounds good. 13. She looking healthier now. She is going to. I think she's going to try to help Ron. She hears the combat. Going to step in and see that you're being surrounded. Even though it looks like you got this, she still is going to try to help and start pummeling. She's going to punch the guy who is not on fire. Two strikes with the tattooed fist, but sees it. He ducks out of the way. Two braces at the door, getting ready for the next bout. And that's where we'll leave it. You hear the sounds of more Dwergar off to the west, clamoring of weapons, shouting, "Intruders! The adventurers!" And you just hear doors opening, and then you begin to hear the sound off in the distance, in the dark. Something large, something mechanical, something heavy, clunk, 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 start making its way towards you all. Alrighty. Adventurers, thank you for a fantastic session. As we deal with, yet again, more Dwergar. The rest of the clan searching, hunting for blood.
Like I was
Scheduling.
mad that we killed all the other ones, even
Yeah.
though the other ones also just attacked us randomly. Like, I believe Brock walked up and said hi. I did see Book cast the disguise self spell, but
Yeah. You know, Dwergar. This clan ain't the brightest bulb in the bunch. Okay, so schedules 4th, August 4th. How are we looking for that?
Be good.
all clear
Perfect.
here.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Yeah, the next day, on the 5th, actually, is my first little mini interview with Naughty Dog. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Hell yeah.
luck.
Thank you. Yeah, that one is just going to be a quick chat. Probably just going to talk about the role. It's the ones after I'm more scared about. So we'll see. But yes. So let me stop our local tunes, and that's where we'll call it. See you all next time.